At first glance, you'd assume that academic success comes easy to Lydia Dorr, especially considering her hard-working nature. However, this hasn't always been the case. For at an early age, Lydia was diagnosed with attention deficit disorder, or ADD, a learning disorder she still struggles with.
Something I clearly remember is telling my parents, saying, I'm just stupid and I'm never going to be smart as my sister. And I think that was the main overtone of before I was diagnosed with ADD. I didn't understand why I was stuck, but I know I had to go to tutoring, and in my mind that just meant clearly I was stupid because I needed that extra help.
A pivotal part in Lydia's success is the contribution of her parents, Susan and Bob Dorr. During the early stages of her education, they noticed some complications in the way that she learned.
It actually started in first grade. First grade was the grade where where they said that instead of being promoted, she was going to be placed. And that was a big surprise. And when I was meeting with her first grade teacher, she said, yeah, I am concerned that there may be something else going on.
According to the National Institute of Mental Health, ADD, or attention deficit disorder, is a developmental disorder characterized by symptoms of inattention, such as distractibility, disorganization, or forgetfulness.
I learned from a young age that I was a kinesthetic learner, so we would turn to extremely weird things. That I have something with texture where I either really like a texture or really don't like a texture. And we thought one day, why don't we get a cookie sheet and shaving cream, and I'm going to learn how to spell words by writing them in the cookie sheet, and maybe that texture of the foam will help me learn.
Her difficulties in learning, however, are not the only issues Lydia has to face.
Specifically with ADD, I've always found that there's a certain stereotype that I receive when someone asks, or when I tell someone that I have ADD. The usual response that I get when people learn that I have ADD is they always say, oh, but you're so calm and you're so quiet, how can you possibly have ADD? Which I don't think is necessarily bad. I mean, it is pretty present in people with ADHD as well as ADD, but I do see that stereotype a lot of people just being really shocked that I have this disorder that they usually associate with someone that doesn't stop talking, doesn't stop moving, is just always constantly turned on, and their brain's always turned on.
We all understand and are comfortable with physical ailments, right? A broken arm, a broken leg. For reasons I can't explain, because you can't put your hands on it, that things like dyslexia, ADD, and somehow when you go get treatment for those, that has a negative connotation. Somehow you're weak and you need help with something. Or more accurately, in the case of ADD, you're sort of putting them in a box.
Know that it isn't your fault that you're struggling. This is something that's biological, it's not something you can control, which was something that I really struggled with. I know a lot of people have very set stereotypes of what ADD is, but you can't let that define what it's going to do to you. This wasn't because of something I did or something I could do. It's something that is happening almost to me, and that really helped me face it, see it as a challenge, and then choose to overcome that challenge.